So from today, we are going to start with the first concept in aptitude. So like as I said, let me give you a few briefing about how the topics will be done just for 2 minutes, because there are few students who missed on Friday's demo session. Guys, actually aptitude we will be having two different sections. One is quantitative aptitude, and next one will be logical reasoning part. So as I said, we'll try to balance both the parts. Like let's say if today we'll cover with logical part, okay, so after completion of one of the topic in logical part, like we'll go with an quantitative aptitude. So like that, like we'll try to balance all the concepts. And also I have posted what are the topics that we are going to cover in these 2 months. Okay, everything that we discussed on Friday's demo session. If you have not attended that, we uploaded that in the YouTube channel so that you can watch that demo session. Okay, so that you will get a few points clarity, like how the classes will be done. Okay, so without any delay, we'll start our first concept. So we'll start with the reasoning concept. So one of the most important and easiest concept, I can say. So calendars. Hope you might have heard about the topic called calendars. Okay, so let's say when I'm talking about the topic calendars, okay guys, before gonna start the topic, okay, let me give you a few points here. Okay, if you have any doubts, there are few students who might raise doubts in the class. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can freely unmute yourself and you can talk. Okay, rather than posting it in the chat box. Okay, or else you can post it in the chat box. That will address all your questions at the last. Okay, so either of the cases fine. Okay, but my preference is you can unmute yourself and you can ask the doubt, or else you can post your doubt in the chat box. Okay, so don't hesitate to ask your doubts. Feel free to ask your doubts. Feel free to clarify your doubts as early as possible in the class itself. Okay, rather than carrying forward for the next classes. So that let's consider calendars is the concept where it will be completed in 2 days. Okay, I mean today and tomorrow. Okay, the same concept will be discussed. Let's say if you have the points clear in this particular class, so whatever the questions that we are going to solve in the next class will be easy for you. So that's the reason maximum try to clarify all your doubts in the same class itself. Okay, that's what my suggestion is. Okay, now let's start with the concept. Let's say when we are discussing about calendars, majority of the students minds they might be heard about the topic earlier. Okay, immediately the question which comes in the mind of students is very simple. When we are talking about date of birth, okay, so entire calendar concept will be finding it out which day it was, right? The main concept. Okay, let's say if I'm taking about the okay, date of birth is June 12th, 2003. Okay, I should able to say that which day it was. Okay, just what is our primary mode is finding day. Okay, in the sense whether it is on okay Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Okay, so which day it was. Here, you know what's interesting part in our class is, see, very simple. Some people will follow in different formats actually. So I'm going to teach you how to calculate which day it is just in seconds. Okay, just like 20 to 30 seconds. And you know what more interesting part is, without using calculators, without using pen and papers. So we are not supposed to use any calculators, or we are not supposed to use any pen and paper. Okay, so I'll just brief you about the concept rather than directly attacking to the questions. Okay, it's better to know the concept first and then we'll start solving questions. Okay, so in this 1 hour time, so we'll discuss about what actually the calendars concept is. Okay, so what are the things which are important for the calendars, and next point, okay, so how to calculate the day after knowing which the date of birth is. Okay, so after that, like we'll discuss like what type of questions can be given in the exam, especially from the concept of calendars. Okay, hope you all are clear. Let's say we'll talk about the basic points of calendars. Entire calendars concept depends on one single concept called odd days concept. Okay, odd days concept. Okay, what actually odd days is. Okay, simple guys. I hope you all are maintaining a proper notes for aptitude, because when I explain you one particular point, it's better to maintain. Guys, is that problem for everyone? Can you able to see the screen? Yeah, might be for one. Okay. It is like online session, right? Might be it may lag just some 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so the screen may lag for 2 to 3 seconds. That's not an issue. Okay, so here I hope you can able to see the screen properly. So that lagging and all just 2 to 3 seconds. That's normal. Okay. Let's talk about odd days. When what is mean by odd days? Okay, guys, I'm telling the point that whenever I explain any particular point, it's better if you maintain a proper notes so that you can write those particular points. Okay, so what actually odd days is? So what is mean by odd? So we have a concept called finding odd one out. Let's say an example. If in the entire class, if everybody in the formals, just one student came with casuals, so that person will identify it as odd one out. Okay, so in the same scenario, okay, when you apply the same case for calendars as well, what actually means by odd days means, we all know that for one particular week we have 7 days, right? So for one particular week we have 7 days. So after forming complete weeks, so how many days which are left out is called odd days. Let me give you an example. Let's say I have 10 days. I have 10 days. Now, how many odd days are there in 10 days means, so how many weeks that I can form from 10 days? So how many weeks I can form? I can completely form one particular week. And how many days which are left out? 3 days left out. So in 10 days, I can form 1 week. Okay, 1 week and plus 3 days. So these 3 days we call it as odd days. Let's consider if I have 25 days. If I have 25 days, how many odd days we have? Can you answer? Can you post it in the chat box? How many odd days we have? If I have 25 days, how many odd days? So I can say that in 25 days I can form 3 weeks plus, so 7 3 is 21, remainder is 4. Those 4 days we call it as odd days. I hope you might have clear idea about what actually means by odd days exactly. Yes, I got some answers in the chat box. Very good. Okay, so keep posting up the same answers, and moreover try to be active in the class. Okay, whenever I ask a question, try to respond as quickly as possible. Okay, in the chat box. Very good. So here we have 25 days. We have 3 weeks by 4. Now I can simply say that, okay, two ways of understanding what is meant by odd days. So after forming complete weeks, so whatever the days left out is called odd days. Point number 1. Or else simply I can say that if I have 30 days, how many odd days we have means, if I divide 30 by 7, if I divide 30 by 7, whatever the remainder we get is called odd days. You can either say after forming weeks, whatever the days left out is called odd days, or else if you divide that number by 7, whatever the remainder you get, that remainder is called odd days. Okay, you can write either of the point on your notes. Okay, simply, okay, when you divide a number by 7, whatever the remainder is called odd days. I hope you have clear idea about what is meant by odd days. See guys, whenever you have any particular point, any doubt on particular point, you can ask me on the spot. Okay, so be clear about all the points which we are discussing in the class. So odd days means after forming weeks, whatever the remainder is called odd days, or else when you divide that number by 7, why we are dividing by 7? Because a week has 7 days. Okay, so here when you divide 30 by 7, so whatever the remainder we get, that remainder is called odd days. So I hope you all are clear about this particular point. Next, okay, after knowing what is meant by odd days, it's very important to us, to all of us, to know what actually means by leap year and normal year. So this logic might help you even in programming as well. Okay, because like when any situation where students needs to write a small program to print, okay, input, if I'll give an year, output I should get whether it is a leap year or not. So majority of the students, you know what they will do is they will just write the logic, and let's assume one variable. If that number is divided by 4, if I'll get remainder 0, that should be leap year. But what actually the logic is, let's consider, if I'm talking about 2014, if I'm talking about 2014, is that 2014 leap year or normal year? I would say that it is not a leap year. When I'm talking about leap year, it is not a leap year. How I can say any particular year is normal year or leap year? Simple. If any year, okay, let's say if any year which is divisible by 4 will be considered as leap year. If any year which is divisible by 4 will be considered as leap year. Hope you all know this particular logic. Okay. Now, how can we check whether the given year will be divisible by 4 or not? Simple logic. If I consider 2014, no need to check entire number to decide whether it is leap year or not, because the divisibility rule of 4 is just only last 2 digits. If last 2 digits is divisible by 4, then entire number is divisible by 4, then we can consider it as a leap year. Here we have last 2 numbers are 14. So 14 is not divisible by 4. So it is not a leap year. Simple logic. Let's consider 2052. Okay. Yes. Can you post whether it is normal year or leap year? 2052 is a normal year or leap year? Yes, exactly. 2052 is a leap year. Very good. Okay, because here if you observe last 2 numbers, here we have last 2 numbers are 52. If 52 is divisible by 4, then entire number is divisible by 4. This number we consider it as, okay, leap year. Now when I'm taking an example, 1996, I would say that 1996 is also divisible by 4, because last 2 numbers are 96. So 96 is divisible by 4, then entire number is divisible by 4. So obviously it is a leap year. Now if I consider 2000, okay, obviously 2000 is also leap year. Okay, now can you post answer whether 1800 is a normal year or leap year? Can you post answers in the chat box for 1800? So you can see some few examples on the board. So 2052 is a leap year, 1996 is a leap year, 2000 is also a leap year, 2014 is not a leap year because it is not divisible by 4. What about 1800? 1800 is divisible by 4. But can you post whether it is leap year or not? I'm getting few answers with the combination. Okay, few are posting it as leap year and few posting it as not a leap year. Yes, but majority answers I got it as it is not a leap year. Very good. So smart. Okay, so let's say here 1800 is not a leap year. Here students might get doubt that 1800 will be divisible by 4. If you want, you can check 1800 divided by 4. 4 times is 16. 4 5 times is 20. So it is exactly divisible. Then why 1800 is not a leap year? Simple logic. Okay, why 1800 is not a leap year means there are 2 points that you need to remember. Point number 1, if it is any normal year, if it is any year which is divisible by 4 will be considered as leap year. Okay, now when you are talking about century years, these are the years which I am highlighting are century years. Let's consider 1400 is also a century year. Let's consider, okay, 1200 is also a century year. What about century years? Now when it comes to the point of century years, when a century year is divisible by 400, then it will be considered as leap year. So always do remember, for normal years when you are checking it is a leap year or not, just you need to divide by 4. Okay, so remember, for any century years, for any century years, it should be divisible by 400. It should be divisible by 400. So any century year which is divisible by 400, then only it will be considered as leap year, century leap year. Now 2000, why I consider it as leap year means 2000 is exactly divisible by 400. Now 800 is not a leap year because it is not divisible by 400. Even 1400 is also not a century leap year because 1400 also not divisible by 400. What about 1200? 1200 is exactly divisible by 400, so we consider it as century leap year. I hope you all are clear about these particular points. See, very simple guys. So far we discussed about 3 points. One is what is mean by odd day. Okay, any number which is divisible by 7, whatever the remainder is called odd day. For leap year, for finding leap year, if any number which is divisible by 4 is called leap year. Okay, for century leap years, for any number it should be divisible by 400 is called century leap years. Okay, these are the 3 points that you need to remember. Till now, any doubts if you have, you can ask. Yeah, exactly. If you one student posted, it should be divisible by 400. Very good. Okay, so far I hope like you all are clear with these points. Okay, now let me go with the next point. Okay, I'll ask you one question. Why we need to check, okay, divided by 4 for finding it whether it is a leap year or not? Is there any specific reason? If you know the reason, you can unmute and you can speak. See, for any particular year, how you are going to check whether it is a leap year or not? So dividing by 4, right? What is the reason why we are dividing by 4? Why can't it is 5? Any reason? Now students will start saying, sir, leap year will come after every 4 years, right? That's the reason we are dividing by 4. Yes, obviously logic is correct. Now I have one more question. Okay, if we are dividing by 4, if somebody will ask you what will be the reason, obviously the common reason is leap year will come after every 4 years. That's the reason we are dividing that particular year by 4. Now my question is again one more. Why leap year will come after every 4 years? What's the reason? If anyone knows, you can talk or you can post. Is there any specific reason that leap year will come after 4 years? Why can't leap year will come at least once after 5 years? Why only after 4 years? Do you guys knows? Anyone? Every year has 1/4 extra day. Pujit Kumar, very good. Yeah. Okay, here I think so. I'm not getting any particular answers for this except one. Okay, odd days. Yeah, but majority of the students, I got to know that majority of the people might not know the exact logic why leap year will come after 4 years. Let me give you a simple logic. Basically, if any normal year, when you consider any normal year, how many days we have in a normal year? Okay, 365 days, right? 365 days. For any normal year, we have 365 days. But you know what's the actual fact? Okay, normal year is not exactly having 365 days. Okay, 365 days, approximately 6 hours extra we have in a normal year. Okay, in a normal year, we have 365 days plus extra 6 hours. But with this particular 6 hours, we cannot form a day, right? So that's the reason, okay, we neglected that 6 hours. Okay, so after neglecting 6 hours, we are just considering it is 365 days. Okay, now let's say if next year comes, okay, so obviously even next year also 365 days, okay, approximately 6 hours will be left out. See, some majority of the students might be thinking about what is this actually 6 hours? Simple guys, you might have heard about two terms in social mostly, rotation and revolution. Okay, so rotation and revolution. So what actually means by revolution is, okay, we all know the fact that earth revolves around the sun, right? To complete one complete revolution, earth takes 365 days, 6 hours exact time. So let's say if earth start rotating around the earth, okay, revolves around the sun, okay, if from this particular point, okay, it in the orbit, okay, to complete one particular, okay, circle, it takes 365 days, 6 hours extra, okay, for one complete revolution. Okay, so these 6 hours will be neglected because we cannot form a day from these 6 hours. Even second year also the same case will happen. Even in third year also, okay, 365 days, okay, again approximately 6 hours will be left out. Now, you know what happens in the fourth year? Fourth year, 365 days, here also approximately 6 hours will be left out. But you know what happens is, whatever the 6 hours left out of all the years, so 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, so total in the fourth year, so we have approximately 24 hours will be formed based on adding up all the successive 3 years, okay, in the previous years. Okay, so after forming this 24 hours, so this will be considered as one extra day that will be in the leap year. That year will be considered as leap year. So in leap year, we have 366 days, that one extra day will come based on the same logic. So because every year we have 1/4 part of the time will be extra. That's the reason we are getting one extra day in the leap year. Okay, let me address. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Varshit. Very good. Okay. Already one of your friend posted in the chat box exactly the same reason. Very good. Okay. So here if you observe, this is what actually the reason. Okay. Now let me come to the point. Okay. So if you are talking about normal year, okay, if I ask you how many odd days are there in a normal year? So how many days actually are there in a normal year? 365 days. Okay, if it is 365 days, I would say that how many complete weeks we can form? 52 complete weeks, or else simply you can say 365 by 7. 365 by 7. 7 5s 35. 7 2s 14. How many? What will be the reminder? This reminder we call it as odd day. Hope you all know that. Okay, now I would say that. So for normal year, we have total 365 days. Out of 365 days, 52 weeks plus one extra day. That extra day will be considered as odd day. Now, if I ask you how many odd days are there in a normal year, you would say that it is one odd day. Now, how many odd days are there in leap year? How many odd days are there in leap year? Leap year has 366 days. How many weeks? The same 52 weeks completely I can form. And how many days extra left out is 2 days. So 2 odd days. So from now, remember the points. If I ask you how many odd days are there in normal year, one odd day. If it is for a leap year, 2 odd days. Okay, from now remember these 2 points, and please make a note of these 2 points as well. Okay, for normal year it is one odd day, for leap year it is 2 odd days. Okay, please make a note. There, for calculating a date of birth, I mean the which day it was for any particular date of birth, all these points are required, but we will combine all these points which we are gaining. So that like we'll practice to make sure that that answer will be delivered just within 20 to 30 seconds. I'll make you to tell without using pen and paper as well. Okay, so first whatever the points that I have written on the board, please make sure that you note all these points. Okay, okay, next. Okay, so we have discussed few points so far. Let's say what is mean by odd days, how to calculate, how to check whether the given year is a leap year or not. Okay, next one, in normal year, one odd day, leap year, two odd days. Okay, now let's talk about, okay, any particular date of birth. I consider it as, okay, let's say 14th November, okay, 2014. If I take 14th November 2014, simple logic guys. Here obviously if any person is giving a particular date of birth, that date of birth contains which day it is, which month it is, which year it is, right? So obviously three that we should know: date, month, year. Now for considering date, it is just matter of seconds time, because how many odd days are there in 14? I would say that 0 odd days. Why 0 odd days in 14? Because 2 complete weeks we can form. So remainder will be 0. So 0 odd days. Now next points that we need to discuss about month and year. Okay, month and year. Now we'll come to that particular point little later after knowing how we need to calculate odd days for months and how we need to calculate odd days for years. Okay, now let's go for the next point. Let me talk about century code, guys. And one more important point, there are a few videos or few things that we can gain from YouTube or Google. Okay, so depends on the faculty that they may use different approaches, but our approach is little unique. Okay, so that better you can follow this, you will get more benefited, and it will be more fast as well while giving answers. Okay, when we are talking about century code, century means 100. So 100, 200, 300 and 400. So you need to remember just 4 numbers as a century code, not more than that. Okay, I'll not give you a lot of numbers to confuse, just only 4 numbers that you need to remember for century code. It is very easy, guys. Okay, so for 100 years we have 5 odd days. Okay, for 100 years we have 5 odd days. How it is 5 odd days for 100 years? So let me write it here. Here we have 100 years. Guys, do remember, I'm not talking about 100th year. I'm talking about 100 years. Okay, I'm not talking about 100th year. 100 years means 1 to 100 years. How many odd days are there in 100 years? Obviously, we all know that. Okay, normal leap year starts from 4th year. Normal leap year starts from 4th year. Century leap year starts from 400th year, right? So, if you consider for 100 years, I would say that, okay, so for I'm writing here, for normal year we have 1 odd day, for leap year we have 2 odd days. These points that we should remember. Okay, for normal year 1 odd day, leap year 2 odd days. Now out of 100 years, I would say that there are few leap years and there are few normal years will contains in 100 years. Okay, how many leap years are there and how many normal years are there in 100 years? Can you guess? Can you post it in the chat box? I'm asking a question. How many leap years contains in 100 years? 1 to 100. How many leap years contains in 100 years? Post it in the chat box. You all know that leap year will come after 4 years. Means I would say that 4th year is a leap year, 8th year is a leap year, 12th year is a leap year, 16th year is a leap year, 20 is a leap year, and so on up to. Okay. Yeah, I got 2 answers. Yes, very good. Yes, super. I'm getting answers continuously. Yeah, almost everybody posting it as 24 leap years and 76 normal years. Very good, guys. Super. Okay, so why, if I'm talking about why it is only 24 leap years, if you divide 100 by 4, you will get 25 as quotient. 25 leap years actually it should contain in 100 years, but we all know the fact. So if any century year which is exactly divisible by 400 will be considered as, okay, leap year. So I would say that out of 100 years, just only 24 leap years. Very simple, guys. Here we got 25, but 25th one is 100. We all know that 100 is not a leap year. First century leap year is 400th year. Okay, 100 is not a leap year, 200 is not a leap year, 300 is not a leap year, 400th year is a leap year because it is divisible by 400. That's the reason I would say that 24 leap years. Out of 100, 24 leap years means remaining 76 normal years. We have total 76 normal years. Now we all know that here I have written each normal year have 1 odd day. Here we have 76 normal years. 76 normal years contains 76 odd days. Obviously, odd days cannot be in 2-digit format. Until you get single digit, you should divide it by 7, because how many odd days are there means, as I said, at the starting point, when you divide any number by 7, which leaves the remainder r, is called odd days. If 76 divided by 7, remainder is 6, I would say that 76 odd days. Okay, we have 6 odd days left out of 76, 6 odd days. Why it is 6 means, again 76 by 7, remainder is 6. Okay, now coming to this leap years, 24 leap years we have. Each leap year contains 2 odd days, right? Each leap year contains 2 odd days. Then 24 leap years contains 48 odd days. Hope you got it. For 48, again, if you do 48 by 7, okay, 6 times is 42. Okay, so here again we have 6 odd days left out. Okay, 6 odd days left out. Now if you observe, out of 100 years, 6 odd days here and 6 odd days here. If I add both, so total I will get 12 odd days. So again 12 odd days means, again you should do by 7, right? 12 odd days means I can form one complete week. So 12 by 7. So remainder is 5. So this is how we got 5 odd days from 100 years. Now simply, rather than doing all this procedure in the exam, so you can simply remember 4 numbers, because out of 100 years we have 5 odd days left out. That's what I have written here. For 100 years, 5 odd days. Okay, for if 100 years we have 5 odd days, for 200 it will be 10 odd days, right? So if you think logically, for 100 years we have 5 odd days, 200 years we should have 10 odd days. But I would say that in 10 odd days I can form 1 week completely again. So how many days left out? 3 days. So you should not write 10, you should write 3, because in 10 days we can form 1 week, and remaining 3 days left out we consider it as 3 days. Now if 100 is 5, 100 years we have 5 odd days, 300 years 15 odd days. 15 means we can write 1. 15 means we can write 1. Okay, because 100 5 odd days, 300 15 odd days. 15 means 1 odd day, because 2 weeks we can form completely. Now 100 means 5, 400 means 20 odd days, but 400th year is a leap year now, right? 400th year also we should consider. That's the reason plus 1. Okay, why it is plus 1? For 100 it is 5 odd days, 400 it is 20 odd days. But why plus 1 means, now we should consider 400th year is also a leap year. So because that's the reason, extra 1 more day extra. So here I can say that 21 odd days. 21 odd days means I would say 0. Okay, 21 means 0. I am writing it directly here, 0 odd days. This is what century code that students needs to remember. This will helps you when you will get any date of birth in 1800 series, 1900 series. Just knowing this logic will helps you to answer fastly. So you only thing you need to remember, if I ask you what will be the century code, you should immediately remember in your mind like 5310. Okay, 5310 up to whatever the points we discussed. Okay, hope you all are having a clear idea about the points which we discussed. Yes, can you confirm me with all your clarity, like whether you have clarity or not up to the points which we discussed, so that if you all have the clarity, we'll proceed for the next step. Only one point left out, next month code. We'll talk about month code, so that we'll try to find the date of birth as fast as possible. You will get more interest on that. Okay, is that clear, guys? Yeah, very good. Yeah, super, thank you. Okay, so hope you all got the points here. Okay, only point that you need to remember from this particular thing, century code 5310. Okay, how you got this 5310 means, just only knowing this one particular number, will helps you to guide to get all the numbers. How to get 5? This is what the proof. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. Okay, but it's not about like whether you have written on the book or not. This code should be remember in your mind. Okay, whenever I ask 5310, okay, century code, you should be able to say that. Next, let me consider. Okay, if I'm talking about 1900, how many odd days are there in 1900s? Because like majority of the students, okay, sir, why you said only 4 numbers, 4 code for century? 100, 200, 300, 400. Even 700, 800 is also century, right? But why you didn't say anything about for 700 how many odd days, 800 how many odd days? What if they will give you 1700 or 1800 how many odd days, 1900 how many odd days? Means simple logic, guys. If you observe the logic here, okay, here 0 odd days. For which year 0 odd days? 400. Do remember, okay, all century leap years, have 0 odd days. All century leap years have 0 odd days. This is the point that you should remember. All century leap years have 0 odd days. Okay, write this point in your notes. Okay, so make sure that you have full clarity on that. Here 3 points that you need to discuss about odd days. One is normal year have 1 odd day, leap year have 2 odd days, and century leap years have 0 odd days. Okay, now if it is a normal leap year, you know that it is 2 odd days. If it is century leap year, 0 odd days. Very simple logic. Now if somebody asks you how many odd days are there in 1900, you can easily divide with 1 century leap year plus 300. I would say that 1900 can be written as 1600 plus 300. 1600 cancel because it is a century leap year. How can you say that whether the given year is a century leap year or not? Because if it is divisible by 400, it is a century leap year. I would say that 1600 is a century leap year, so which contains 0 odd days. Now how much is left out? 300. We all know that 300 means 1. So 1900 is having 1 odd day. Now can you guess how many odd days are there in 1400? Post your answers in the chat box. How many odd days are there in 1400? Divide with 1 century leap year plus left out years. Yes, very good. I got it from Hemashri. Yeah, very good, guys. Many are posting now. 3 odd days. How it is 3? Simple. 1400, I would say that, okay, 1200 is a century leap year plus 200. Okay, 1200 cancel because it is a century leap year. Century leap year how? 0 odd days. Now how many years left out? 200. We all know that century code 100, 200, 300, 400. So century code for 200 is 3. So answer is 3 odd days. Okay, next, what if I am talking about 1700? How many odd days 1700? I would say that 1700 can be written as 1600 plus 100. 1600 means 0, 100 means 5. Even 1700 is also having 5 odd days. Can you guess how many odd days are there in 2000? How many odd days are there in 2000? 2000 is a century leap year, means 0 odd days. Blindly you can say that. So 2000 is a century leap year. You can say it is 0 odd days in 2000. Hope you all are clear about these particular years. Okay, let's talk about let me tell you month code now. Okay, let's talk about month code. This is the crucial part, guys, and this is the last point that we are going to learn before calculating date of birth. So after knowing this month code, I will teach you how to calculate any date of birth just in 20 to 30 seconds without using pen and paper. So very simple. Okay, now we have total 12 months: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, okay, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so why I have written into four different segments? Let me tell you. Okay, see guys, this is actually the crucial part, and you can go through any video or any type of Google search, whatever it is. There are few different methods to consider this month code. Okay, but as shortcut is little unique. Okay, let me tell you why we are not considering that. Very simple logic, guys. Okay, there are 2 to 3 different codes that people will follow for month code. Okay, but it will be little lengthy process. Okay, let's consider January. How many days are there in January? We all know that it is 31 days, right? For 31 days, how many odd days we have? We have 3 odd days. 31 days. Okay, 31 means obviously reminder 3, right? If I divide by 7, reminder will be 3. So we have 3 odd days in January. When I'm talking about February, okay, we have 28 days, means 0 odd days. Or if it is a leap year, 29 days, means either it may be 1 odd day as well. Okay, again in the month of March, okay, we have 3 odd days because March is having 31 days. So 3 odd days. Again April is having only 30 days. 30 days means 2 odd days. Likewise, if you keep on writing it, okay, as of now don't write anything. If you keep writing all the odd days, what's the difficult part is? Okay, let's say if somebody is born on March, okay, if somebody is born on March, now you need to calculate odd days for January and February before the months. Okay, up to here it's almost like, okay sir, what happens, like January and February we can take odd days, that's not a big issue. But you just imagine, what if somebody born on December? If somebody is born on December, okay, so what student needs to do is from January to November, all odd days they have to add, right? So this is the issue actually. So you know what happens is, if student needs to write all the numbers and if he needs to add all the values, it will consume lot of time. Okay, so what I said, you just need to say just in fraction of seconds. Okay, just maximum in 5 to 10 seconds. If you practice well, you can able to say 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, so this method, why we are not following this particular method, is the reason is you should keep on adding up all the values till the before month of that actual month. Okay, that's the reason we are not following it. Then what we are following? So very simple. So let me give you a direct code. Okay, it just looks like your Aadhaar card number. Okay, 62225035146244. 46 at 24. Okay, if you remember this, you know what's the biggest advantage we have if you know this code. Let's say if your date of birth is on August, okay, you can see on the board August code is 1. So means just August code means 1 odd day is there in the August. That's it. No need to add up all the values. Direct odd days, direct shortcut. Okay, only thing you just need to remember is this 12 numbers. It just looks like your Aadhaar card number. So 4 digit, 4 digit, 4 digit. Okay, so if you able to remember this particular code, just you can say any date of birth in 10 to 20 seconds, less than 20 seconds. Okay, if you practice well, you can say as fast as possible than that. Okay, so 622503514624. I hope you all are clear with this particular code. Okay, just okay, guys, just do remember, okay, and make a note of this particular code on your notes, so that it will be easy for you when you are calculating at the starting level. So that once if you remember it, no need of opening books, no need of writing with pen and paper. Just in you can just say it without using pen and paper. Okay, hope you have written this particular series, and you know there is no big or much exceptions for this particular code. Very small minor thing. Only thing that you need to remember is, okay, the code will change first two numbers for leap years. Let's say January code is 5, February code is 1. This is only if the given year is leap year. Okay, when that code will change, January code is 5, February code is 1, only if the given year is leap year. And students might get doubt, sir, what if the given year is leap year but the date of birth is on September? Okay, will there be any changes? No. Okay, the September code is 4. Even if it is normal year or leap year, only two values will change for leap year. Remaining entire code will be remain same. Okay, hope you all are clear with this. Yeah, I'll just give you more clarity how century code will be calculated. Okay, no need to worry about it, Varshit. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you everything in clear. Okay, let me give you a few examples so that you will get more clarity. Okay, so what's my intention is, let's start from the very basic things. Okay, I will tell you one basic, let's say, year, and then I'll take some years based on 1900 series, 1800 series. Starting itself, if I start telling 1900, 1800, some random data, but there is a chance, very chance that you may get confused. That's the reason. Okay, let me take one small example, date of birth. Okay, I hope you have written this code on your notes, so that it will be more easy for you to map the values. Okay, let's take. Okay, so rather than I taking the date of birth, can you post your date of birth, so that let's try to calculate on the screen, so that even you will get more confidence and clarity whether your date of birth is correct or wrong. Okay, can anyone post your date of birth on the chat box? Yeah, I got a date of birth. Oh, so many date of births. See, here I have one small doubt. Banu Prakash, you posted it as 14th November, that's okay. But what about year? Without knowing year, how can I calculate which day it was? Just only by knowing date and month. Yeah, I have got some date of birth. Okay, can you go with the first date of birth? Yeah, first date of birth I can able to see 25th. Okay, 25th July. Year is 2002. 2002. I'm not so sure whose date of birth it is, but one of the student posted in the chat box. First date of birth is 25th July 2002. Now let's try to calculate. Simple guys. 25th. 25th means how many odd days are there in 25? I can say 4. Write it 4. Okay, because 4 odd days are there. I hope you clear with this particular date. Okay, divided by 7, remainder is 4. 4 odd days. Now, if you see the code, month code, July code will be 5. July code will be 5. No need to calculate till June. That's the reason. That's the biggest advantage we have with the code. July code is 5. Now, what about 2002? Simple guys. Okay. Now, 2002 can be written as 2000 2 years separately. 2000 2 years separately. 2000 is having 0 odd days, right? 2000 is having 0 odd days. Now, how many years left out? 2 years left out. We all know that for one normal year, we have 1 odd day. We have 2 years, obviously 2 odd days. If it is 2003, 3 odd days, because 3 years we have. Okay, 2 years, 2 odd days. Now, if you observe, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 means 0. Okay, leave it. Next remaining days we have is 4. So finally the left out is 4 odd days. 4 indicates it is on Thursday. Okay, 4 indicates it is on Thursday. So based on the final reminder, we are going to decide which day it is. If finally, if you are, if finally the left out days is 1, okay, 1 indicates Monday. If the final days will be 1, 1 indicates Monday. If final reminder is 2, means Tuesday. 3 means Wednesday. 4 means Thursday. 5 means Friday. 6 means Saturday. Okay, obviously 0. Okay, 0 means Sunday. Okay, so anyhow you will not get 7 as a reminder, because 7 means 0. 7 or 0 both are same. So 1 means Monday, means week starts from Monday, ends with Sunday, means 0 means Sunday. Just based on this we are going to decide. Okay, so I hope you are clear about this particular date of birth. Let me explain you 3 or more date of births, okay, so that you will get more clarity on that. I'm not so sure whose date of birth it is. Please confirm in the chat box whether it is correct or not. Thursday, obviously it will be correct, no issues. Okay, with the code. Okay, just only thing you need to keep it in mind is don't do any calculation mistakes. Okay, except that remaining everything will be perfect. Okay. Okay, yeah, July 5. See, we have a month code. Okay. So, as I said, okay, you just need to remember this month code. You can able to say as fast as possible. See, if you observe July, how many odd days are there in July? 5. Just only thing, like how you remember your mobile number, how you remember your Aadhaar card number, make sure that you just remember this month code. Entire concept will be done. Okay. Just this is how. If it is July 5, if that date of birth will be, okay, maybe October, I would have taken that 6 odd days, because October, if you observe, October we have 6 odd days. See, based on this month code, whatever the code derived from this, okay, you just need to remember. So you can apply directly how many odd days are there in particular month. See, very simple guys, how we remember our mobile number, how we remember our Aadhaar card number. The simply, if you remember this 12 digit, entire concept will made easy. That's it. Okay. I'm not sure who asked this question. I hope you all clear why I have taken 5 odd days for July in this particular code. Okay, let me take one more example. Okay, let's take, yeah, somebody's date of birth, Varshit. Okay, 22/8, 22 August 2004. Okay, this is the date of birth given by Varshit. Okay, let me take. Okay, so here 22. How many odd days we have in 22? So we have one odd day. Hope you all are clear, because 22 divided by 7, the remainder is 1. Now, how many odd days are there in August? You can check that month code. So August we have one odd day. Now here the year is 2004. If you observe this, year is 2004. How 2004 can be written as 2000 separately, and we have 4 years. So 2000 means 0 odd days, right? So how many years left out? 4. So actually in the previous question we have considered like 2002. 2002 means 2 odd days. If it is 2003, 3 odd days. But 2004, it is not 4 odd days, it will be 5 odd days. Why it is 5 in 2004? Just simply calculate. We all know that for normal year we have one particular odd day, and for leap year we have 2 odd days, right? Obviously when it is 4 years, okay, definitely out of 4 years, okay, 3 years will be normal and 1 year will be leap year. If it is a normal year, we have 1 odd day, means 3 normal years, 3 odd days. But 1 will be leap year, right? Definitely that 1 leap year will be having 2 odd days. So total how many? 5 odd days. So we should write 5 odd days. I hope you all are clear about this particular logic. Why initially it is 2002, 2 odd days we have taken. But if it is 2004, actually we should take 4 odd days, right? But why it is 5 means 2004, 4 is a leap year. Okay, here out of 4 years, fourth one will be leap year. That's the reason leap year contains 1 extra day. So 5 odd days. Okay, so 5 plus 1 plus 1. So total it will be 7. 7 means 0. 0 means this date of birth is on Sunday, definitely. Okay, hope you all are clear. Yes, Varshit, is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. Any other doubts, guys, for calculating? Or else, like, we'll take two more examples so that even you will get more clarity. Don't worry. Even if for today's, if class will gets completed, even tomorrow also we'll discuss the same concept, but with different models. Okay, not yet completed. Just only some basic part is completed. So let me give you two more examples, and then I'll close session for today. Okay, so that remaining things that we'll discuss on tomorrow's session. Okay, let me take I will not take by my own. You can give it. Yeah, yeah, you can ask. For 100, how it is 5? See, you can see here. Okay, so how we, no need to bother about much, like how we got 5 and all. Here we will be having a proof for 100 years, total 24 leap years and 76 normal years. Why it is 24 means very simple. We all know that leap year will come for every 4 years. Means 4th year is a leap year, 8th year is a leap year, 12th year is a leap year, 16th year is a leap year. And if you keep on counting, out of 100 years, last leap year will come at 96th year. Sir, actually 100th year is also leap year, right? So 100 is not a leap year because it is not divisible by 400. So 24 leap years, 76 normal years. Each normal year have each one odd day. So 76 normal years, 76 odd days. So 76 odd days means 6 odd days. Again, we need to get it single digit number. So even 24 leap years. Each leap year have 2 odd days. Why 24 leap years we have 48 odd days means one leap year contains 2 odd days. So 48 divided by 7. So the remainder is 6. So 6 odd days here and 6 odd days here. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 means 5. So finally 5 odd days are there in 100 years. For 100 years we have 5 odd days. 200 years it will be 10 odd days. So 10 indicates 3, right? So again 300 years. 100 means 5. 300 means 15 actually. 15 odd days means 1 odd day, because in 15 odd days we can form 2 complete weeks. So 1 day left out. Okay, likewise we got this century code. Okay, hope you are clear. Yeah, Varshit, you posted what if 22/7/2005 is Sunday. Yes, these are the questions that we are going to cover in tomorrow's class. First we'll try to get complete clarity on how to calculate this date of birth, so that I'll discuss not only that type of question. There are few different type of questions that will be asked in the exam. so that I will give you complete information in tomorrow's class. Let me take one more example of date of birth. Let's say I will take it randomly, guys. I'm not so sure like which day it is. Okay, let's consider 2006. Yeah, very good. Okay, the person, I'm not sure who said 2006. Can you give month and date also? August. Date 50. Okay. Okay, Pujit Kumara. Okay, 15th August 2006. Okay, I'm not sure which day it is. Let's try to calculate. 15 means one odd day. Okay, August means one odd day. You all know that century code, right? Again, don't ask, sir, how you have written one here for August. August means one odd day. 2006. Okay, let me give you clear idea. 2006. How we can write 2006? 2000 and 6 years, right? 2000 means century, cancel, because all century leap year have 0 odd days. Now how many years are left out? How many years are left out? 6 years are left out. Very simple, guys. So here, how many odd days are there in 6 years means simple logic. Let's assume all 6 years are normal years. Let's assume all 6 years are normal years. If all 6 years are normal years, one normal year have one odd day, right? If one normal year has one odd day, 6 normal years have 6 odd days. Okay, 6 normal years has 6 odd days. Plus, we all know that leap year will come every 4 years. So how many leap years that will be present in 6 years? Only one leap year, because if it is 4th year is a leap year, next 5 and 6 are normal years. Next leap year will come on 8th year, but there is no 8 years here. So only in 6 years, only one leap year will be there. So one extra I can add, simple. So again I will explain, listen carefully, why it is 6 plus 1 means to make you understand clearly. Okay, 2006 can be written as 2000 and 6 years separately. In 6 years, we have actually, if I assume all normal years, 6 normal years have 6 odd days plus one extra day will be added because 4th year will be present in 6th year. Okay, 6 years. So 4th year is leap year. That's the reason, plus 1. So I would say that 6 plus 1, 7, cancel. 6 plus 1, 7, cancel. Now what are the numbers left out? 1 plus 1, which means 2. 2 means Tuesday. If you want, you can check. I'm not sure. Okay, but definitely I would say, I'm confidently saying that it will be Tuesday. No doubt at all. If you want, you can check in the calendar. So 15th August 2006 will be on Tuesday, because finally 2 is left out. Hope you all are clear. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me calculate one more date of birth? If you want, you can give, no issues. Okay, last one date of birth, will close it. Okay, 2001. Yeah. You don't worry about 1900 series, 1800 series. As I said, okay. So today we'll go with basic things. Okay, all 2000 series. I know that students will ask, sir, why can't you take 1900 series, 1800 series? No need to worry about it. Tomorrow I'll explain you clearly 1900 and 1800 series. See, very simple, guys. Without learning alphabets, can you frame a sentence? No, right? So without knowing the basic level, so you cannot go with the advanced level. That's the reason I'm stopping you to give the data of births like this. Okay. So once if you get complete clarity on this, don't worry. I'll explain you taking some examples randomly of 1900 series, 1800 series. Even if you want 1700 series also, you can give. No, not at all a problem. Okay. So somebody said 2001. 11th March 2001. Okay, so 11 means 4 odd days. March means 2 odd days. 2001 means 1 odd day. So 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 means 0. 0 means Sunday. It is on Sunday. Okay, so hope you got clear idea about it. So let me take you, okay, one more example. I just wanted to clarify this particular example. Let's consider 12th May 2025. so that by this like you will get more clarity. Okay, so 12, can you guess how many odd days are there in 12? 5. Okay, in 12 5 odd days are there. What about May? May we have 0 odd days, right? May we have 0 odd. May code is 0. If you want you can check. Okay, now 2025, 2025 I would say that 2000, okay, under 25 years. Okay, as I said, simple logic guys, 25 years left out. If I consider 25 years all normal years, for 25 years we will get how many odd days? 25 odd days. Okay, for 25 years 25 odd days. If I assume all are normal years, for 25 years 25 odd days, plus can you guess how many leap years will be present in 25 years? Obviously, okay, if you want to know how many leap years present, simply what you can do is 25 by 4. 4 6 times is 24. 4 6 times is 24. So here I can say that 6 leap years present. 6 leap years means 6 extra I have to add, right? So that's the reason. Okay, 25 plus 6. Very, very simple, guys. 25 years, I am assuming it as all normal years. So for 25 years, 25 odd days, plus whatever the extra means leap years, that I am adding it separately extra. So 6 leap years we have, 6 extra odd days we will add it. So 25 plus 6 will gives you 31. 31 days means 3 odd days. 31 days means 3 odd days. So for up to here we have 3 odd days. If you observe 5, 0, 3. 5 plus 0 plus 3 means what? 8, right? 8 means what is, how many odd days are there in 8? 8 again we can form 1 week and only 1 day extra, means finally the remainder is 1. So 1 indicates Monday. So is that correct? What's the date today? 12th May 2025 is today's date. Today is Monday. So hope you got the point. So similarly you can calculate any answers. Let me write it 2 answers here. Okay, 20 September 2017 is which day? Okay, next 2nd October 2028. Okay, try to calculate these 2 answers, okay, and post your answers. We'll close the session by taking these 2 examples. And if you have any doubts, see, if any points that you want to revise immediately after completion of the class, we will upload this video and we will share that video link in your WhatsApp group. If you want, you can watch it again. You will get more clarity if you watch it again. If you have any doubts, please take the doubts in the next class so that I will explain all your doubts. Topic is not yet completed. We are just done. Okay, just 40% of the topic. That's it. Remaining 60% is left out, that we are going to cover in the next class. The same concept will continue in the next class. Okay, guys, don't leave. Actually, Satish sir wants to give a few instructions. I hope whatever the points that we discussed today, you all are clear, right? Yeah, people started posting answers. Yes, guys, you keep posting answers. That's all for today about the class. Satish sir wants to give you a few instructions to you just for 2 minutes. Stay online. Don't leave the session, okay?